So, hello YouTube. I'm gonna be talking about um scariest moments in my life. First one being getting stuck on a 115-foot ladder in Voc, which is like, if you didn't see my other videos, I go to a vocational school for public safety, firefighting in first year, and criminal justice next second year. So there you go. What happened was, when I was wearing all my gear and stuff, with the air pack on, breathing air, I had to do a leg lock, and I got stuck, and I could not get down. I couldn't get my foot out, and I was up there for like 20 minutes. I felt like it was forever. It was scary because I'm scared of heights, and it was 115 feet in the air. It was on like a really long extension ladder. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. And it was like a normal ladder they wouldn't usually use in firefighting, but it was just to get used to heights. It was so scary. Yeah, and I couldn't get down. I was scared of heights, and there's like a lot of weight on my back, so I thought I was gonna fall down and snap my leg. I don't know, like backwards and stuff. I was so scared. Scary. I didn't know what to do. Then, second thing would be, well, there's this place called the Troll House There's this place called the Troll House. I'm not gonna say where. It's actually featured in the video, a haunted house, that Alicia posted around Halloween. What happened was, I went with my friend Angelina, and at the time there was this one window that wasn't boarded up. Like, before, it wasn't that like boarded up all the way, because it's an old abandoned nursing home that's been like there since like the 1800s, and it was really old, and so we wanted to go check it out, and it was so freaking scary. We went in through a window, and we walk in, and there were sheets all over furniture and stuff, and like holes in the ground, like at the walls and stuff. It was just very creepy. It looked very old. It looks like no one's been there in a long time, which I don't think anyone has. Yeah, so we walked around. I was so nervous because I'm not the type of person that would do something like that, like go on private property and do something like that. I was scared because I don't usually break the law. I don't think it's breaking the law. I don't think so, because it's just an abandoned house. I'm not the type of person to just do stuff like that. You can even ask Alicia, which you can't really ask her. By commenting below, you can ask her, whatever. So what happened was, we walk into this one room. It looked like a living room, but it also looked like I don't know, I think it was like a sitting area, but it probably wasn't a living room. I don't know. There was a couple like pieces of furniture, like a couch and stuff. And then, so Angelina, my friend, she walks into one room, and I walk into the other. And it was really creepy because, like, you could hear walking around, so I thought that, like, it was Angelina. So I go walk in the other room where Angelina was, and she was, like, kind of creeped out. She's like, can we leave? And I was like, no. And so we go to walk into the next room, and what I saw was there was a sheet hanging there in midair. I was like, there's no possible string that could be holding that up. It was just like, if you were to lift up a sheet, like, in the air, it just looked like someone was holding it up. It was so freaking creepy. It wasn't like a person under it, but it was like there was no person under it. It just looked like someone was holding it up, and it was like pretty tall person. It was like probably 6'7", looked like someone that was like 6'7", and it was standing there. I was so creeped out. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was so freaking creeped out. Like, I just wanted to get out of there, and the only way to get out was through that room. And so I run into the next room, and then there's a sheet there that looks like a person standing under it, and Angelina runs out of the house, like out the window that we just came in from, because she's so freaking scared because, you know, no one's pulling a prank on us. Like, we're seeing this with our own eyes, and there's nothing around besides this sheet in midair. Looks like a person under it. Looks like a very short person, like a little kid or something. And I was so scared, like, I couldn't even move. I was just standing still, and I was like, Angelina, Angelina. Like, I was in that moment where I couldn't move, but I was calling her name, but I knew she was already outside. So I was like, I don't normally do this, but I ran up to it and kicked it, and the sheet bounced, so I ran out, and I jumped out the window. Holy shit. It was so scary. Oh my god. And that's all that I basically remember from that day, because it was so scary. I mean, I think we went upstairs a couple times, but it was so dangerous because you could fall through, and you couldn't really get upstairs. But yeah, that's basically was the scariest moment of my life, knowing that, like, two sheets in midair in, like, two different rooms. I told Alicia this story, like, multiple times. Another one would be, oh yeah, also my vocational school, we did this training thing where we had to go inside this trailer that had, like, a maze, kind of, like, where you had to turn corners and stuff. It was not only dark, but it was smoky, so you have to wear your SCBA, which is the breathing apparatus we have to wear. And I didn't know where I was going. I was, like, clueless of where I was going. Like, I was bumping into things. I had to crawl on my hands and knees. We basically had a tool in our hand. Like, I had a Halligan, which it was just a random tool, like, because there wasn't enough axes, because there's, like, only 5 axes, and there's, like, 20 people in our class, and so I just had the Halligan, which is basically a prying and pulling tool. If you don't know what it is, you can look it up. Yeah, and we had to use that to feel our way around, and there was this one wall we had to breach through, and I couldn't find it. I was, like, there for a while. It's like there's only one way out, and it's like I was scared because I didn't know where to go, and it was smoky, and there was, like, alarms going off, and like, I didn't feel any heat, thank God, because it's not an actual fire, but it's preparing you. It's just helping you navigate when it's, like, you can't see it all. But it was, like, it wasn't that dark. It was just, you just couldn't see because there was so much, like, smoke. I think it was, like, a fog machine or something. I don't know how they made the smoke, but I know it wasn't, like, smoke from a fire. But anyway, it took me a while to get out of there. Like, it's one of those moments when you don't think you're gonna get out. Like, it's like you feel claustrophobic because not only you can't see, but you don't know where you're going, so you have to feel around for where you're going, and you're with one other person, and they don't even know where you're going, and you can't even find them, and you try to grab onto their, like, leg and stuff so they can help you out too, and it took me a while to get out of there. It was, like, maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, but it felt like 5 minutes. Like, it felt like 5 minutes, but it was, like, one of the scariest 5 minutes of my life. I'm pretty sure it was 5 minutes, but it felt like longer than 5 minutes. So it's like, imagine yourself being in a situation where you can't see, you don't know where you're going, you're in a smoky area where it's not visible at all, so all you see is nothing. You have to, you're on your hands and knees where you're just looking down like this at the floor because you can't lift your head up because your helmet's here, and then your tank's right there, so it's preventing you from lifting your head. So the only way to look around is actually moving to your side so your hip is touching the ground. That's the only way to look around. But what's the point looking around if you can't see? But the only thing you're seeing is looking down at the ground, and it's like you have to crawl your way out. So I kept, like, bumping into walls and stuff, bumping into stuff. It was very, very scary. Fortunately, that's gonna be all for this video, but thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and with some feedback. And if you want to hear more scary moments in my life or any other suggestions, please comment below. I have more than that, but I don't want to make this video super long to the point where you don't want to watch it anymore. So, see you next week with a whole new video. Bye-bye.